Hello there, and welcome everyone who visited this channel. As you know, I'm a retoucher, professional retoucher. That's the thing I'm doing on the daily basis, and I also teach retouching. Today, I want to do something less usual. Usually, I give you some short tips on YouTube, and they will be coming even more soon as I'm getting more into photography and trying to summarize a little bit my work as a retoucher so far. And today I want to talk about my favorite projects and sort of timeline since I started to work as a retoucher. I understand not everyone has seen my work, so maybe this is a good thing to check it. If you think of being a retoucher, I think you could absolutely have a look into this class. If you're not interested in retouching, I'm not sure if you could find something here. Maybe you could like the images. So starting from the very beginning in 2017, it's not the very beginning because there was some work from 2016 as well. But for me, as a retoucher, skin is not most important thing. Of course, the skin is most important step you have to master and learn to be professional retoucher. And for this matter, I created my courses. But for me as a retoucher, I love colors. I love to work with colors, and this is the thing that is most important for me. I really like strong colors, so I like things that go into reds. I like yellows, blues. I like this primary, secondary color, the most dominant color. And I would say one of the favorite work at the very beginning was the project called Far Away, of course, with photographer Zuzia Zawada. I'm using Behance because you can have a look into images with really high resolution, so I recommend you to process into website. And speaking about challenges, so we have beautiful color on these images, and I knew straight away I would love working with it. Few issues that I had with this project was the skin of the model. You can't see this right now. I think I did quite much of an effort with the skin. But there was some allergic behavior of the skin, so there was a little bit more of the work on the skin. Of course, I was using the cleaning up process and dodging and burning to do this, as it looks like. Also with the background, the thing wasn't really that simple to do because usually when you have a drop on the background, many people walk on this, so you have a lot of dirty parts of the floor. I made it clean, and I have certain techniques for doing this clean. Actually, I usually trying to clean as much with healing brush and clone stamp as much as possible. Let's try to go up with this. It's lagging strongly because of the size of the images. But anyway, let it go down. So I had a lot of issues because of the fact that many people walk on this side, try to do cleaning up, and at the very end of cleaning up the background, I usually blur out the background a little bit to blend all of the dust, all of the dirt into something uneven. That's why the background looks actually clean. The other work that I truly enjoyed was the project called Last Down on Mars, and it went to official social media. I wish it would go somewhere else because of the potential it had, especially once again in the terms of colors. There was a lot of gels, a lot of different colors on the image, and just look at this. Every image had really different atmosphere. I mean, the whole atmosphere was absolutely the same, you have to say, but there was something different on every image. Every image was very individual. Till now, it's one of my favorite work I've ever done, And once again, this was the work with my favorite photographer, Zuzia Zawada, of course. I'm waiting till it could load a little bit more. I'd like to show you. But of course, I will leave you the link in the description if you want to check more of these projects. I'm not saying you have to check all of my projects, maybe even the one that I'm actually pointing for you. I want to go down if there is, well, it will be lying. So there is link in the description. Beautiful model, amazing work. Again, quite much of the skin on the work because of quite strong model skin texture. But it was absolutely worth it. The only one regret, as I said, is that it didn't go anywhere more. I did really like the hallucinations for Jude magazine. We'll see a few of the first images, and this is because of the colors, how they were. I'm not having before of the images, and I think it would be not really appropriate to do this, but I changed the colors a little bit in here after consulting with photographer, and I had really nice colors to start with, because we have these nice magenta colors for the shadows, and we have cyan highlights, which actually sort of work together really well. And you can see cyan on the highlights and magenta purple shadows, which both looks absolutely amazing. The next project I would like to point was for sure Loca. Let's open this. And again, the project that I'm sad it didn't go somewhere more. It was Factis. It's a nice magazine though. But it was very colorful, and I think we are quite late with the atmosphere this image represent. But the work of the model, the look of the model, look at her, quite specific eyes, big lips. It was just pleasure to work with this. I have to say, I like to work with more characteristic models as this one, that work really great. Of course, you need to have great photographer to push them that far, but it's very important for the model to have really great expression, and this model here absolutely has this great expression, but it really takes great photographer to push the models to this level and get this expression. I've been working on some images. The models are often not that expressive as the one I usually work when I work with Zuzia. So for sure check this one as well. I want to point something different. I did like this project, which was with Dominika. It was a very simple project, not that much of a retouch, but I liked how elegant this set was. I would say it wasn't that much of a challenge. The model had simple skin. I had nice colors to start with. I just had to add some really nice atmosphere in terms of colors, and I think the job was done in a really nice way. So I do like this project as well. And I think the last work that I did just about a few months back was the project titled Red is Resentful for Lucy's. I would say it's my favorite of all time. On one thing, once again, I believe it could get more exposure, but absolutely great people were working on it. Once again, Zuzia, stylist that was absolutely amazing, Lila Cheng, I believe. And also I don't want to say designer because I'm not sure, but of course in the description I have all details, but the photographer Zuzia and stylist Lila, and only good things can come out of this work. I would say I spent quite much on the skin and on whole image to get really the best of the lights and strong contrasts from the beautiful red color as well. And with the color, there was for sure some help from Ryan Butter, who was assistant on the set, I believe. They decided actually which color, which direction with color they would like to go. And this was challenging. It was long, but for sure I would take this again because it was just beautiful work. So once again, it was lagging. I was thinking to point some more thing. I just wanted to mention about the other work. As I said, Zuzia and Laila, and the another ones from my favorites was also actually Laila was stylist in Last Dawn on Mars, and I hope I will be working with both of them soon enough. So check the portfolios view of the recent projects as well I just added. And if you have any questions about retouching work, I'll be happy to answer them. And I hope I will make a video about this as well.